I want to do this quick video. Getting ready to head out. Not doing any RVing this trip coming up. We're just staying with some relatives, but I wanted to try and touch bases with everybody. We got an RV trip planned in about 2 weeks. We're still accumulating items we need for that trip. Be in the Quartzsite area. If anybody's out there, leave a comment below. Love to, meet up with somebody that might be from our channel. I know we're not huge yet, but that'd be pretty neat if you're there. Yeah, so again, taking just a regular trip and then an RV trip. It's getting so darn expensive to just do anything RV wise with the gas situation. Although I'm still finding the cheapest gas at Sam's. Out west here anyways, and then still using I won't get on the road. I do use the Gas Buddy app probably the most, just to find the cheapest diesel around. But yeah, we're looking forward to get back on the road. The holidays finally getting behind us. We're just trying to figure out everything we need for the RV. Truck wise, still have not heard on that CP4 pump. This does not seem like a first come first served basis at all at this point. I think whoever shows up gets one. I'm not sure if you've gotten yours replaced. I'm still getting warranty recall notices, that and the tailgate. I was hoping to get two birds with one stone, but can't imagine it would take this long to get these pumps in. But with everything going on, not surprised either. But yeah, so out here with the dogs behind me here. Yep, there's Daisy, and there's Oliver playing as usual. Daisy got a new toy out there. It's a ducky. I don't know if you can see it right there. Bruce is over there just relaxing. So yeah, still doing kind of the weight gain in between. Not a ton of medical we're doing right now, just trying to think through what we might need, things of that nature. But again, I'm glad for any new subscribers. I try and make a video whenever I really do have something to talk about. If anything that may be new with the RV, or what's changed with the RV or the truck. I am noticing on the truck, I just was out there looking at it, that on the wheels, the Wild Peaks, they definitely need rotating, because it looks like the fronts are starting to wear a little bit. That's going to happen with a big tire like this. It kind of goes down the road, and unless you get your toe in and your alignment done constantly, you're going to get some wear. Still enough meat on there to, keep them on. I'm not going to switch them out anytime soon, but they need to definitely rotate them. I do have a mobile guy for that too, that I'll probably hit up soon. Really like to get a spare, same size tire, because the spare I am running, it's basically a waste, because if I had to switch it out, it won't work. It's the stock spare tire that came with the truck, so I really need to spend the money. And for one thing, I don't know, leave a comment below, guys, if a larger tire spare would fit where the stock spare fits. Now I got a feeling it won't. I think I'm going to have to either mount it somewhere on top, like I've seen people do. Not good to put anything in the bed when you're running the fifth wheel, so got to think that through. But I've got extra weight that I'm pulling around on the truck anyways, with that spare that's basically not worth anything. So that's one project I need to get on to. I've been doing some projects around the house. I finished on a ring project. Matter of fact, these ladders back here, just got done using the other day. Put final camera up. Out there running around now. It's a little cooler now. 70s during the day, and then sun's starting to go down, so they get pretty active. They feel pretty good and start running around, which is good for them. Anyhow, so yeah, spare tire situation, get out to the RV. Still do want to grease those hubs. but I'm going to need to find a time to do it. This next trip, I don't think I'm going to have the time for that. So it's going to be pretty much just pulling it out of storage and taking it over. Usually pull it out of storage and go get it washed right away, just to have it at least at minimum the outside clean before we go. Probably do a little cleanup inside. We're not taking the dogs on that trip in a few weeks. We decided just to leave them at home here, just to kind of get a break from them too. We love them, but they do get a bit much with 4 dogs after a while. But yeah, so we'll get it washed up. Not really going to tow it too far this next trip either. We're going to stay right where it's stored at, which is an RV park. So it works out pretty good. Do the courtside thing. I think we're going to head out to Laughlin too. We're going to have my father with us, and he's in his 90s, so he kind of wants to see a few things out there he hasn't seen in a while. So it'll be nice to do that with him. And haven't been to Laughlin in years. I think there's a boat ride. One of the other channels has done. RV or TV, by the way, great channel. Haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure a lot of you have already, but he did a boat ride over there that kind of encouraged us to go do up behind the casinos there up the Colorado and towards Lake Mojave, up to the dam there. So if you think of it, I'll run some video when I do that. Other than that, quartzite, maybe I'll give another update for it. But beyond that, yeah, just looking forward to do at least a little bit of camping. This spring, get out there and get amongst them again. It's kind of the high season out there. Price-wise, we're looking at what we paid compared to other parts of the year, and it's going to happen. There's just a ton of people out in the desert right now. A lot of snowbirds, a lot of them mainly there for quartzite. But anyhow, I'll do another video, maybe extend this one a little bit when I can. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, I want to do this quick video. Just got back from our camping trip I was talking about for some time. It was just a quick Friday in, Monday out type thing. I don't recommend doing that. It is fun, but in some regards, it's just way too much work. Especially, as many of you know, that we store the RV, at some distance from us, and we actually, have to get quite a stockpile going here before we go. Then usually a lot of that, this is the part I think it might be new to you guys, and I have a few pictures. I don't think it would include this part, but of the last camp trip, but you actually end up having to unload everything to get the fifth wheel hooked up and then reload it back into the RV and essentially reverse that on the way out, that is way too much work. I recommend staying at least a week if you're going to do anything like that. Really considering trying to get the RV closer. It's just, even though the cost is way better, save probably about $60 a month. In this economy, that's huge, but it just makes it very, very difficult to camp. Now, we probably won't do much camping this year, the remainder of it, because if I told you guys we are going on a cruise, I mentioned. The other part of the trip I'm pretty much disgusted with, I should say, is Directv. Let me flip the dogs are out here playing again. Right over there, you can see it. As Daisy's running around and Brutus is chewing on his toy. There goes Daisy right there. You guys can see her. Anyhow, the part I'm disgusted with Directv is, now we were in the best spot. As you can see, these cables behind me is part of the battle I had. We weren't in the best spot to really trying to set up Directv. It was under, we were under a canopy. Their version of a canopy is solar panels that you camp under, which is nice, especially in the summer. It keeps the heat off you. Winter, it's okay, but not ideal if you have Directv or Starlink. Starlink actually was okay. I was able to set it up on the tailgate and kind of push the tailgate out into the roadway or the driveway of the campsite and able to get a signal. Couldn't get Directv. I got a feeling it was blocked by either the canopy or just not being able to get a good angle. Brought it home here, and that's why I have it set up in the backyard. I still couldn't get a signal. Something that's worked for me many times, and I think I'm just getting to the point where I'm not patient with it anymore. And Starlink is so much easier. You pretty much just point it north and it finds it and you're done. So I think we're going to sell our 2 Directv boxes. I think they're HR24s, recording boxes that will save us a few bucks a month there, and just go with Starlink. And now with Directv, you can get the app on it. You don't get all the channels, but you get quite a few of them, which is helpful. So I think that's the route we're going to take, which is kind of a shame. We've always loved the signal from Directv, the clarity. As far as camping, we're going to still keep it here at the house for now, although we're using it less and less with all these apps out there. Honestly, I'll probably reevaluate it at some point for here too, but for now, it will save us $14 a month. Again, in this economy, and where you can save a buck. Then just catching you guys up on this last trip. If you're new to the channel, everybody knows I only make these when I actually do have something to talk about. This last trip was such a it was fun. We did saw a lot of things. Quartzsite, which was basically wound down by the time we got there, even though the website said it was still open through early March, I think is when we were there, late February. Most of the vendors were gone. Fine, there was a few left. We still had fun. Ate at Silly Al's Pizza. I'll give them a shout out. I get nothing for it, but it's a great pizza place. Gets a little crowded, but just kind of go towards the back and you'll find a parking spot usually, but they're in Quartzsite. And a day in Laughlin, which was nice, although we didn't get to ride the boat ride because the water was down, which was a shame. Saw RV or TV do that, and brought my 93-year-old father up there and tried to do it. I'll include a few pictures here. And it just it didn't work out. That's fine. Probably for the best. It was a little chilly that day. Anyhow, so got back here. Oh, okay, so I only do these when I have something to talk about. Got a little something to talk about now. Appreciate all the subscribers. Really do. I think we're over 100 now. I think it held. I kind of saw it go back and forth a little bit. That's fine. Anyhow, so got over, this is the good part. I got over right at 20 miles per gallon on the rammer with the new tire, with the bigger tires. Well, they've been on there for a while now, and was really happy with the gas mileage. I thought the newer tires would have really dragged it down. And I'll do a screenshot here of the 20 MPG with the rammer, which that part, between that, the towing, I'm really just happy overall with the rammer. I mean, it's been great for from towing, and just when we're not towing, the MPG we're getting with it, and came back a few late nights, and it did great. Just highly recommend it as well. We have the 2019, as many of you know, 2500 HD. It's been solid. Anyhow, so that's pretty much it. I'm really just not going to mess with the Directv dish out there anymore. It's too much of a hassle. I spent a couple hours of frustration trying trying to set it up and went to the Starlink. It was up within a few minutes. And again, we used the Directv app and other things. You know, we had all the usual apps, Netflix and Paramount, all those, which we're able to watch, you know, at night. It got pretty chilly at night, but it's so much easier. And we do have the RV version, so I don't know, I'm sure most people are familiar with it by now. You can shut that one off when you don't need it. So it kind of does a monthly thing. It will charge you for a month, and I believe the price did go up. I think it was $135. I think it's going to $150, which hurts. But we'll kind of offset that with the Directv boxes going away. And again, you can shut it off when you don't need it, so there's some cost savings there too. So anyhow, that's pretty much the update for now. I don't think we're going to camp again until probably, it may be late this year, unless something pops up and we decide to do it. But again, we're just kind of focused on the cruise, that part of it, and looking forward to it. Got a new camera for it. I believe it's a Nikon 500. Took a few shots with it already, just on a trip, and some shots around here from the backyard and whatnot. It does pretty good. Pretty impressed by it. Should be using it for these videos now I think about it. Anyhow, that's pretty much it, guys. If you're new here, again, welcome. And anybody that's been here a while, thank you so much for hanging in there. Some of these, I know they can get a little lengthy and boring, but if you do have a comment, you know, we can talk about different things on these videos that you guys may be interested in. But that's pretty much it for now. We'll talk to you guys soon.